This week, killer tornadoes touched down in Missouri, Oklahoma, and Georgia. Today, as we continue our series, Extraordinary People, we profile a woman who springs into action after a tornado tears through a town. Early Show contributor Flavia Colgan is here with her story. Good morning, Flavia.
Good morning. When we see the horrific pictures of the damage caused by tornadoes, we're really only seeing part of the picture. It's more than just physical. The emotional toll can be overwhelming. You're going to meet one woman who lost so much in a tornado, but is trying to lessen the suffering of others. From town to town, the devastation is all too familiar. This is Earle, Arkansas, just days after a tornado ripped through it. Miraculously, no one was killed, but the town was torn apart.
And we just watched the trees just fly like birds. And we watched trash cans just fly like birds. Everything was just flying.
The town's century-old Baptist church is now just a shell, but its flags are still flying. And what was your first reaction when you saw this?
Just total devastation. It doesn't look like anything to be able to saved or salvaged. But just total devastation. The wind and the tornado can destroy a building, but it can't destroy a church.
We've got a lot of work ahead of us to move in this debris to get this town back on its feet and get these people back to where they need to be and living a normal life.
While the adults begin to pick up the pieces, the one thing they're not worried about is their children. They're safe and cared for. In the midst of the rubble is a shiny yellow bus, CJ's bus, a mobile playground driven in from Indiana by Catherine Martin and her volunteers. Catherine's team provides free emergency daycare.
Where's the spaghetti go?
What it's about is what happened here today. The kids coming and playing and forgetting about what's 2 blocks down the road.
Catherine knows tornadoes. In November 2005, she was home when a twister touched down in her Indiana neighborhood. Her 2-year-old son, CJ, was sleeping next door in his grandmother's mobile home.
It was the eeriest thing. It was like a hollow silence. But looking outside of our house at 1:58 in the morning, you couldn't tell. But everything behind our house was completely gone, including where CJ was.
CJ died instantly, along with his grandmother and great-grandmother.
He died with 2 women that would have done everything that they could to protect him and to save him.
Catherine mourned, and then she mobilized, creating a safe place for children of disasters and honoring her son by naming it after him. When you see all these kids, obviously have lost their homes, but they have their lives, does a part of you say, why? Why me? Why did this happen to me?
No, because I believe everything happens for a reason. I mean, there's never been a CJ's bus. There's never been, a immediate response disaster unit for children. I'm more of the type of person that says, okay, this has happened, but you have to do something, and I have to do what I can now to help people.
With many local daycare sites destroyed, CJ's bus quickly became a haven for kids. 1, 2, 3, yeah! Even the volunteers take something away from the experience.
It's such a feel-good thing that you walk away with this feeling that you know you're doing something great.
They made us pictures all day long saying that we were their best friends, and it just makes you feel so good.
What would you most like to see happen? What do you hope CJ's bus does?
More buses. We need more buses, first of all. And just what we've been doing. I mean, the kids leave here with armfuls of stuff that caring people donated for them to have. And it's such a rewarding feeling.
Never said that everything would go.
Catherine is making a difference in the lives of children, offering a place to relax so their parents can recover their lives.
It's an honor to have her come in here and do what she's done for these children. They'll remember this a lot longer than they will this tornado.
When I heard about the story of CJ, that really just touched my heart. That after her losing her own child, she would give back, not just to her environment or not just to the place where she comes from, but to the world.
I'm probably the luckiest person on earth because I believe in everything that I do, and I get to spend 100% of my time devoted to doing something I believe in.
Well, this week, Catherine's going to get her wish because with the help of others, she's going back to Earle to make sure that 1,500 books get to kids who need them the most.
And Catherine is with us this morning. Catherine, first of all, congratulations on all your success in doing this. You look like you get a lot of joy out of bringing smiles to these faces.
It's a rewarding feeling. I mean, I'm very lucky.
What did you bring with you this morning?
This is a NOAA weather radio, and it's possibly the one thing that could have saved my family's life. And I encourage people to go out and get them. You know, it wakes you up. It's like an alarm clock when severe weather hits. So it's an important asset.
Did you know about it before the...
No.
You do now?
Absolutely.
And I bet you are spreading the word. How much does one of those cost?
About $30 to $50.
Something, such a small cost, and it could have saved so many lives.
Yeah.
Catherine Martin, you're doing an amazing thing. Thank you for telling us your story.
Thank you.
Flavia, thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. You're watching The Earle Show on CBS.